So I'm sitting down this morning, getting settled in. I just made my first cup of coffee, getting all geared up to do my free to succeed, and thought, let me just load up YouTube real quick and just see my home. Sometimes I just like to see my home page and see what's going on. Maybe plan to watch something after I record, not even raid related. And the first video in my feed is this from Ash. He does not look happy. You can't make this shit. I can't even imagine what could be coming on top of everything else that's happened. So I thought we needed to check this out and see what exactly is going on. And figure out what it is PLARIUM's actually going for here.
All right, guys, let me level set with you here. I've been developing a backlog, a catalog, if you will, of content that I normally put out here on the channel. I didn't want to rant and rave every day about all these decisions that PLARIUM is making around Primal Shards and Mythical Champions, but every day they give me something that I simply cannot ignore, and I need to vent to you guys, my online therapists. So welcome to the video, guys. Send us some positive vibes your way. We have the Raid Digest that was launched a few, or released a few hours ago. And
see, this is in a way part of the benefit of not even being in the Raid Discord anymore. I don't know. This is the only way I find out when something happens. Either somebody messages me, or I catch a video now. Which, again, I'm having a lot of fun doing. Who knew? If you'd have told me 2 weeks ago I was going to enjoy catching up on raid content and seeing what was going on, I thought you were crazy, but here we are.
And this is, you really can't make this up. Now, we shouldn't be surprised. Let's be real. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be surprised. Actually, a few people in the comments, also other content creators said, maybe a little bit too negative there, Ash, before we actually know the facts around these Primal Shards and around these mythical champions. I'm so sad and disappointed to say, I told you so.
I haven't even read it yet.
But is it a surprise? No. I mean, we should know by now. We should know by now who we're dealing with here in terms of the monetization, the decision-making of PLARIUM. However, they still can find a way to impress me with their absolute tone-deaf attitude towards the community sentiment right now. Usually, you'd expect and want from a developer, hey, we made some unpopular decisions, let's get out in front of this. But it seems to be, I mean,
I'm reading what that is. And I'm trying to, like, it's still kind of early in the morning. I'm still trying to process what the fuck I just read. So they're doing a 2x. They're doing a 2x. An unusual 2x event for Primal Shards. However, the chance to get a mythical champion will remain the same. Currently, we only have a few mythical champions in the game, so they won't participate in 2x boosting events for the time being. Essentially, the chances are 4 times better than a regular ancient shard. Dude. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Let's just keep the video going. Let's see what else.
Usually, you'd expect and want from a developer, hey, we made some unpopular decisions, let's get out in front of this. But it seems to be, I mean, look at their most recent, posts here on X, if you will, right? I mean, it's the Primal Shard. They actually post about the Primal Shard, which, you can't really blame them. But it's all complaints, man. Every single response, every single one is a complaint. And they seem rather aloof to it all, almost pretending like we're all wrong or misinformed or don't totally grasp.
And the wild thing about that is that overwhelmingly, and this is in the conversation for the worst, like, overall thing they've implemented and way of implementing it. This is about as bad as it gets. Like, far exceeded our expectations in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? We didn't know it was going to be this bad. I still get a handful of comments here and there, like, defending it and acting like everybody's being unreasonable. And it's just the strangest thing. It's just the strangest thing. I cannot understand that mentality.
Grasp everything. Hey. With all that said,
this dog we're watching two dogs right now. They're super cute. We really like having them. It's a boy and a girl. The boy, who unbelievably cute. There's pictures of him in my Discord. If we've got a pet pics section in my Discord. If you want to see him, he's in there. But he loves to play. He's one of those dogs that will play as long as you'll play with him. He will not give it up. And he regularly approaches me. I gave him one of my old socks. This thing I used to do, where you tie a knot in a sock, and somehow every dog I've ever had just knows that that's their sock and it's okay, and they don't mess with other socks. But we gave him one of my old socks, and he brings it in here to me and drops it next to me. And if I take too long to pick it up and do anything with it, I could hear him going, he's annoyed. So he growls at me. I'm working, big boy. You got to give me a little bit of time.
I want to, start with a quick note of positivity, just a really brief one, okay? And that is that these mythical champions, like, I watched like the 2-hour Hades stream after the fact, where he showed a spotlight on all these champions, and I watched a bunch of the other content creators' videos, and I had to be real, like, they seem conceptually really cool still. I still stand by that, like the concept in itself. I really love it. I love how you can transform them. I think they nailed it. It's just all the rest is what ruins it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Which I think has been the sentiment the whole time. The idea is great. It was kind of the next logical step, right? It all makes sense. They look really cool. They seem like they're built really well. They're going to be really fun to have. They don't break the game, but you'll feel the impact of having them. All of those things they did really well. They are just doing their absolute best to ruin it. It seems, because there's no way, there is 0% chance that they think what they're doing is good. There's no shot that they think that what they're doing, we're going to receive well. This is in no way an attempt to make the players happy at all. It is. Again, like I said, I feel like this is all a storyline I've done for a comedy video. This doesn't feel like it's real. It's so absolutely brain dead, tone deaf, awful, that it's almost hard to believe that it's real. And I don't get it.
But I will say, they didn't seem like so OP or so special, so pivotal, at least right now with the content that we have in the game, that I'm not even like super concerned. Like, personally, I'm not stressing it too much, about not having them, right? So yeah, that's my first positive note, I guess, kind of, sort of, that, like, okay.
Dude, I like the necklaces he's got. I've been thinking about like wearing a necklace for a while now. I'm gonna have to look into it, but I dig what he's got going on there. Not related to Raid.
Okay, they're super expensive. Just don't buy them, and there we go. I'm just gonna kind of ignore them for now. Is my mentality. What about you guys? Like, how are you handling it when it comes to your account and all this frustration and stuff like that? Anyway, look at this, guys. Hey, good news, big news.
Let me drop a comment too, because we got a comment and like, you know what I mean? And also, there's lots to say. Let me rephrase that. Oh my God, I can't type. There we go. Gotta give that engagement, baby. You know what I mean?
There's an upcoming 2-time event for Epic and Legendary champions. Okay, so it must be Epic and Legendary. It must be a 2x event for Sacred Shards. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. We're preparing an unusual 2x event for, wait, for Primal Shards. But you said Epic and Legendary. Primal Shards are where we go to get mythicals. What do you mean? However, the chance to get a mythical champ will remain the same. So wait a second, where's this free mythical that everybody was telling me about? I still haven't received any word on how the free mythical that we get that, I'm not saying there won't be, but like, how about give us some good news with the bad news? Maybe try that, PLARIUM? Man.
And what's crazy is that this is bad news. I don't know if they think that people are going to hear this and celebrate, but this is bad news. Let's talk about the whole chain of events real quick. They released this Primal Shard, right? Already everybody's pissed off because it includes rares, which is unacceptable. Unacceptable. It shouldn't be a glorified ancient. It shouldn't be an ancient shard with a red jacket on. You know what I mean? It should have been a different shard, should have been special. It's incredibly difficult to get, seemingly, right? It just released. We'll see if any tweaks get made moving forward, but for now it's at 12,000 points in a champ training event, and I think you can get frags from Hydra Clash, and I don't really know about anywhere else to get them, okay? So very difficult to come by. They're treating them like gold. They give us a pack where we get 2 of them for free, but they pepper them out over the course of 3 days, right? They give us the pack, and then the day, I guess 2 days now, because I think when the day resets, it'll be the 3rd day, but my time zones are weird, so it feels like the 2nd day for me. But either way, they give you the pack with the free Primal Shard. After probably most people used the first Primal Shard, because what's the point in saving it? Then they announce, excuse me, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Then they announce, these dogs, dude, a 2x coming for it. So, like, again, punishing you for just engaging with the game. Punishing you for just engaging with the game. Now, everybody that used a Mythical Shard missed out on this 2x. It's like they're trying at every step of the way at this point to do the wrong thing. And some of you are going to say, well, you should have known. You should have saved your shard. Why? Why should that be the culture in the game? Why does that have to be the way it is? Why should we have to hoard everything they give us just in case they do something where we might regret loot? Why? It's a fucking mobile game, dude. Like, it shouldn't be like that. Everything shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be taking a risk every time you use one of your resources of regretting it like that. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that way. They could have dropped the Primal Shard. If they wanted to drop these shitty-ass shards designed the way they are, they could have dropped them, given everybody 4 or 5 of them, and dropped the 2x immediately to create a little hype, and included mythical champs in the 2x so that more people might pull them, and they might generate a little bit of hype for this bullshit update. But no, instead it's another way for them to just beat the players down and punish them for engaging with their game. It's insane behavior. Insane behavior. It is unbelievable. And there's people that defend it, and that's crazy to me.
Man, currently we only have a few mythical champions in the game, so they won't participate. Oh, they've gone on strike. I see. The mythical champions have gone on strike. Well, you know what? That's incredibly understandable, right? I mean, the fact that they only have a few of them in the game, it makes perfect sense why they wouldn't want anybody to have them, right? I mean, we can all understand that. I'm being sarcastic for those of you in the back. What? What? They're literally having a 2-time event celebrating the new shard.
The new shard that no one's got. They're doing a 2x for a shard that nobody's gonna fucking have, bro. That's insane. Unless you buy that pack where they're like, what were they, like $14 a piece? 8? No, they were a little bit less than that. I can't remember. Unless you bought the pack, then you've got 3. If you bought the pack early, because I think those also get peppered across 3 days. They're not going to give you a chunk of them. But like, they're doing a summon event for a shard that most of the players aren't going to have. What the fuck is going on in this game right now?
You can get the new champion, and they're not including the new champion in the event? Are you freaking serious, dude?
Get him.
Like,
get
listen,
him, dude.
I know I'm kind of like mad. I'm a little angry. But it's almost funny at this point.
Yeah.
Like, no way, dude.
It's
You're
surreal.
having a celebratory event with the champions coming into the game. I'm sorry to keep repeating myself.
That excludes
but you're
them.
not including them in the shard that is meant to get them. Wow. Wow. So they stay at a 0.5% chance for a mythical champion. Eventually, the chances are 4 times better than the regular ancient shard, essentially, blah, 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 blah.
Who gives a
and the
shit? No one has them. It doesn't matter if it's 100 times better than an ancient shard. Nobody has the shard.
opportunity to receive a mythical champion. Well, wow, aren't we putting lipstick on that pig? Just give us a freaking 2-time sacred event, Plarium. Come on, man. Come on. I mean, I get it. I get that they get a better chance at a legendary, but I don't know. I mean, I understand technically that there's but this is about the mythical champions.
Yeah.
I understand technically it's a double chance for a legendary. This is about the mythical champion. What the heck, dude? And there's no voids either. This 2x event, there's no void that can't summon voids. Maybe in the future, for extra cost, you'll be able to get some voids. I think that's what they're trying to say.
Primal shard.
And then we didn't even talk about this, guys. But the Mercy, I mean, I feel like a lot of content creators have covered this already.
So I didn't even get to the Mercy. I think I looked at this maybe, when did I look at this? In my Free to Succeed yesterday? And I didn't even make my way down to Pity.
Very brief here. But you guys can see the odds on the Primal shards. On the Primal shards is 0.5, 1, 16, 82.5% chance. In case you guys missed my promo code video, first of all, it's a crappy promo code. Don't even worry about it. It's like, unless you want a couple 100,000 silver. I think it was I Love Game Geek Tricks, so you guys don't have to go watch the video. But, oh my God, dude, I opened up a War Maiden. I opened up a campaign farmable rare for my first Primal.
Someone else told me they got Valerie. Are you kidding me?
Shard. If that is not a, I don't know. It's like when they're launching a new ship or something and the bottle doesn't break. You know what I'm talking about? I think, wasn't that like K19?
Just regular ass 3-star Marquez, dude.
Wear sunglasses in the dark to wait for a cancel.
All right, guys, let me level set with you, Plarium. Come on, man. Up here? Come on. This 2x event, there's no void that can't summon voids. Maybe in the future. 0.5, 1, 16 to go watch the video. But
I thought my mouse was in the middle of the video.
God, dude,
I think I thought my mouse was his mouse, actually.
I opened up a campaign farmable rare for my first Primal shard. If that is not a...
No, I couldn't have clicked up here. He didn't card to a Tony Ferguson video. Was my mouse all the way down here? Where was my mouse? Am I losing my mind? Doesn't matter.
It's like when they're launching a new ship or something and the bottle doesn't break. You know what I'm talking about? I think, wasn't that like K19 Widowmaker with Harrison Ford or something like that? Either way, it's very ominous when you get a campaign farmable rare. Did anybody pull a mythical yet? And don't lie to me in the comments.
I know of one. I think it was King Techniques, who hangs out in my stream a bit and is pretty active in the Discord. He has a few alt accounts, and he pulled the Arbaeus, the one that I want the most, the one that I said looks the coolest. He pulled her on one of his alts and said he's not even going to touch it. Other than that, I don't think I know of anyone. I haven't browsed my Discord this morning, but I think I only know of one person so far that's pulled one.
And then the Mercy system, right? They have the separate Mercy on Primals. Let me get out of the way here. Here we go. Primal number 1, 75 shards without a legendary, you get the 1%. But then you have to wait 200 summons without a mythical for the 1% per shard. Oh man, dude, I'm almost crying. Not out of pain, but out of sheer amusement here. Listen.
So it's strange. They're ancient shards with a red sweater, and that's what they are. They're assigning the same pity as an ancient shard has, but they're treating them like they're far more valuable than sacred shards. When I mean, if you summon 20 primal shards and 20 sacred shards, you're going to come out far better mathematically from the 20 sacred shards. Sacred shards still seem much more valuable. Yeah, there's the small chance you can get a mythical. But if you're trying to get a return on your investment, you're taking a real big gamble investing in primal shards. Whereas sacred shards, you only got to go 12 before you start getting pity. You got to go 75 in primal shards. Again, they're in that way they're treating them like they're about as common as ancients. which they should be based on the quality of the shard, because it's what it is. Maybe a little bit rare, somewhere between Ancient and Void, perhaps. It's like their logic's backwards on both ends.
I guess I don't need to make this video that long again, right? I just like chatting with you guys. What can I say? Thoughts? What I would do is encourage you guys, in case you missed my last video reacting to Mac Chan quitting or taking a break from Raid Shadow Legends. I think that's very, very important, especially in light of what we discussed.
I've already watched Mac Chan's video and I reacted to it, but I'd be interested to hear what Ash
on this video. I really have no words, but I do have one Primal shard.
Ash and I have spoken very briefly a couple of times, probably 2 years ago. Like, it's been a while, maybe not that quite that long, but very briefly. But because I've been watching his videos so much lately, I feel like we've spoken. It's interesting.
By the way, probably better off holding your Primal shards for a 2-time event that actually includes mythical champions, if they ever do that. Not these unusual ones. But it's also maybe for Clan vs. Clan. With all that being said, do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to open it on my mini account. This is my mini account.
Mythical. Oh my God,
if I get a freaking mythical. Okay, of course.
Amazing.
Of course I get Vagabond. The freak show of a dead skull basket champion. Oof, what an
exciting shard.
Listen, that's gonna do it. This is crazy. This is bananas. Plarium, if you're watching right now, come on, man, give us some good news, please. How about news on the free mythical that everybody's been teasing that I haven't? Maybe I missed something. Did I miss something? Did all the other content creators announce how we get this free mythical? I missed it. I must have missed it. How about give us a little bit of good news, just a little grain of good news. Until then, I will be enjoying the game without even concerning myself with Primal shards or mythical champions here on the channel. That's really all I have to say about that. Guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend if you're watching this video when it goes live.
Remember when I liked this video at the beginning of this video and now it's unliked? I hope it counts as 2 likes. Screw it, dude. Screw it, dude.
Much love, positive vibes, some love to end off this ranty video. Times like this, the 3rd one I put out this week. Much love, guys. Take care.
Yeah, kind of like what he said. I'm going to be enjoying the game and not concerning myself with Primal shards. I did a video a few days ago about like how I'm enjoying Raid in spite of Plarium, and that's kind of the gist of it. Is like, just don't concern yourself with all the extra shit. It's a fun game. There's a lot of fun to be had in this game. Plarium just buries it under nonsense and scarcity and pressure and fear of being left behind or missing out. And none of that's real. You don't have to do the fusions. You don't have to do the tournaments. You don't have to do the events. You don't have to do the path shit. You don't have to worry about these mythical shards or primal shards or whatever the hell they're called. Excuse me. You can just play this game. You can just play this game, and it's a lot more fun. So mythical shards is just, are they primal shards? The primal shards is just another thing that I pick up and I drop into that box of shit I'm not concerning myself with. It's a fun sucker. You have to identify the fun suckers, which is basically everything Plarium does to the game. You have to just pick up and put it in a box and ignore it, and play the game with the champs you pull. You know what I mean? If you see a fusion that you really like, do it. But shards will trickle in over time. Tomes will trickle in over time. Takes longer than it should for some legendary shards and stuff, but you know, it's a very playable game without all of this nonsense going on around it. Okay, so that's that video summarized. But yeah, that's crazy. Again, that's another thing that like it's unbelievable. It doesn't seem real. Why would you drop this update and create all this hype around it and tweet and put all this art out about it and try to get everybody excited and then launch your patented summon event around it and exclude the part of it that's the exciting part of the update? That doesn't sound real. But anyway, I guess that's it. I guess that's all I got to say about that. Again, big shout out to Ash. I'm having a really good time going back and forth with Ash like this. I'm sure sometime very soon we're going to link up and do a collab or something. But either way, I'm having a really good time with this. So go show Ash some love. I'm probably going to go watch. I'm not going to react to it, but I am probably going to go watch this. Oh, y'all can't see what I'm doing over here. I'm gonna go watch this video about his thoughts on Mac Chan quitting because I'm interested. So I'm gonna get on out of here. I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think about this. Are you gonna hoard your Primal shards, or just say screw it and do what you're gonna do? Kind of interested in, like, can you even believe it? Can you even believe this is a real thing they're doing? I'm done. Later, guys.